butter in our pan. We're gonna add now some gnocchi, just like that. This is some traditional gnocchi, and we wanna let this gnocchi brown very good with our butter. And while that browns, we're gonna have a 1/4 cup of red onion, and we're gonna let that brown with our gnocchi, just like that, okay? So put this all on high heat and have this brown. We want our gnocchi to be nice and caramelized, okay? And also add our garlic here. I have my garlic. Press this all down. And that's what's gonna give the great flavor of, like nice Italian flavor, okay? Make them nice and brown everywhere, just like that. Boom. Beautiful. All right, now that our gnocchi are nice and brown, everything is nice and crispy. Look at that. We give it a nice toss, and we can put some cherry tomatoes right in there, okay? Look at that. These beautiful cherry tomatoes are gonna cook and crisp up beautifully and release all those juices. And to help that process out, okay, we are going to add just a little bit of water. There we go. Because our gnocchi now are basically cooked. They got nice and flavorful and crisped up from the butter. But we want to make sure they're nice and cooked in the center. And the water is going to give us the nice cream that is super good and delicious. And we're gonna add a little bit of our basil as well, because you wanna put, when you use basil, you wanna put a little bit while it's cooking and a little bit after, to get the nice basil flavor everywhere, but also to get the nice decoration after. Okay, look at that. They're gonna get nice and moist beautifully, okay? The water is gonna help those tomatoes cook super fast. So this is a recipe that if you have all these ingredients in hand, you can make it in just a few seconds, We're gonna add a little bit of pepper, of course. There we go. This is very simple, not many ingredients, really, just a few ingredients. Okay, so after the pepper, some salt, because we did not put any salt, and we're not using salted pasta water. So this is a one-pan gnocchi, and that's why we need to add a little bit of salt, okay? So easy, so delicious, okay? Give it a nice stir. Look at, you see that cream that's forming? You see how they look nice and creamy? And now you see how the tomatoes are getting their skin already up, Wow, just 1 minute has passed, and look at this cream that we got over here, okay? One last stir. You see now our cream is basically absorbed. Now what we want to do, take this out, take the heat off, and I have here some fresh mozzarella cheese. Now we're going to do it the Italian way. Take it out, the wrapper here, and with your hands, just smush this all up. Here, you hear the sound? There you go. You see how easy it was? Italian way. Nice and fast. Perfect. Now, we're gonna just help it get nice and melted all around. Just give it one toss over there. And for a final ingredient, we're gonna add some fresh grated Parmesan, okay? Now be abundant with this Parmesan, because that's what's gonna make you the difference in the flavor of your sauce. There you go. Because we got the mozzarella, which is nice, cheesy, but it's very sweet. So we want to balance it with a little bit of this umami flavor, nice, salty, flavorful. Look at that, angel dust. We want to put about, let's say, like a 1/4 cup at least, 1/4 cup, 1/3 of a cup. There you have it. All right, that sounds very good. Beautiful. Let's give it one last stir. Look at that. Look at this cream. Oh my goodness, with this cheese. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Just like that. Boom. There you have it. There you have it. You can whisk it just like that, like I'm doing. Make sure the mozzarella is nice and cheesy and gets everywhere. Or if you can do some wrist movement just like so, you see? Ooh, look at that. Yes. This wrist movement is gonna give it that nice creaminess because we kind of oxygenating the sauce, you see? And now, as it is nice and creamy, let's just put it on our plate over here. There you go, nice and creamy everywhere. Look at that. Whoa! This was actually a portion for two that I put in one plate. I hope you forgive me, but it's gotta look super pretty. So let's add just a little bit more of the parm on the top. Just like so. Make a nice presentation, beautiful. And of course, as I said before, a little bit of the fresh basil. And if you come to your table like this, with this beautiful and easy plate of pasta, everyone is gonna be, oh my goodness. But right now, let's give it a nice taste. Look at that cream. You see this cream? You see how thick and gorgeous this is? Oh my goodness, with that cheese. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that, where you going? Look at that. Now that's art, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let me grab that tomato. Boom. There you go. All right, let's give it a go. This is the most Italian thing tasting I tasted in probably the last 8 months. This tastes so good. Oh my goodness. So many memories. This is incredible. You have to make this. Oh my goodness. You have to make this.